I'm Joe with Gramophone. We're here at CEDIA 2024 at the Sonance and James booth. We're with Mark Schnoll, the studio Sherpa here at Sonance and James. And Mark, you have some really cool things that you want to show us. So first off, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Joe. A pleasure.
Maybe
thanks, everybody.
Take it away.
Thanks for spending time with us. We're leaning heavily at CEDIA 2024 into our philosophy of design to disappear. We've spent the last year hosting over 1,700 individuals at our studio in Southern California. And what we've learned is most people think about their home, but they don't think about living in their home. And so we're trying to elevate that experience inside of the home, both with design and with sound. And so if we talk about design to disappear, what we really ask people is, how do you want your sound to look? And so if we're going to scan over this way, we have spent the last year using similar props in the studio. These tell a story of a traditional looking speaker. Maybe it's going to be a flush mount speaker, but we're also now able to offer services like custom painting of grills and even something called laser printing, to where we're showing it here matching a wood grain, but there's no reason this couldn't be a repeating tile pattern or a wallpaper. So we walk somebody through this process of how you want your sound to look. And we've also noticed that as the light fixtures are getting smaller and smaller, our materials refine with that as well. And so what we're able to do is talk about either 3 or 4 inch aperture openings, and then we can walk through this progression of how you want your sound to look, ending with custom wood grills or even routing the grill into planks themselves. So these boards are going to be available as a product, and we're having a show special at CEDIA. Thanks.
Mark, when you say, how do you want your sound to look? This is brilliant what you've been doing, because obviously it all started, like you said, with a traditional, well, this will hide it, but it kind of doesn't. And the way you're able to laser do this so it just blends right in is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So
it's really resonating with the design community and homeowners as a whole.
Right. And because Sonance has been doing this since the early 80s, you know how to make it sound good. You're really saying, how do we orient the approach so we're fitting both the look and the sound?
Yeah, 100%. And we have taken this idea of small aperture, and we're actually bringing the price point a little bit further down with it. And so we're introducing a new Sonance small aperture speaker at the show as well. And we've got a really fun booth. We're bringing people around and doing some demos for them.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to show us?
On this wall, that's it.
Okay, let's take the next one.
Thank you.
So now, Mark, if you can, take us through some of the new products that you guys are showing, and we'll continue this tour.
Thanks, Joe. Be happy to. So over the past year, one of the most amazing tools that was developed is the Sonance Design Gallery. It's the way that our dealers can have these conversations with people in the field. And so, new at CEDIA this year, because at CEDIA we're going to introduce some fun new products for everybody, is probably the most things we've ever brought out. We created a new line of speakers called VX and VXQ last year. We're going to take that technology and we're now going to migrate that into some of the James products that are in the line, so vast improvement on the sound on those. And then what we're also going to do is talk about the new small aperture, not only by James, is we've improved the flagship, but we're also bringing the price point down now with a Sonance version of it over here. And so you can see here, this is a blown out version of the new Sonance SA466. It's going to come available in the first quarter of next year, and it's going to allow people to take that idea of a very small aperture look in a 4 inch, either in a square or circle, flush mount or sticking out, and then also allowing people to pre-mount these into a job site as well. So really exciting to mention this. Now, we have to also talk about the new James SA68. This is a vast improvement from technology on top of the very popular SA637. And so we've done some major upgrades on the drivers, on the performance of this model. And so again, this is going to be available in the first quarter of next year. And then, go ahead, Joe.
Mark, I was just going to interject real quickly that I love the way you guys have laid it all out here, because so frequently when we talk about custom installation, that's a little bit hazy in the customer's mind. What we're really doing, or what you guys are really doing, is taking the custom solution That can all be behind the scenes so that the customer only has to see the small aperture, but you're still going to get a big sound because you've been doing this for as long as you have. Love the way you've laid it out here for us.
Yeah, we're finding if we can have the conversation about design and we can have the conversation about comfort in somebody's house,
right,
this is where people start to understand what we do and ultimately, hopefully, see value in what we do as well.
Right. A lot of people don't want a big box making beautiful music. They don't want to see it.
They don't want to see it. And that's where we end up at invisible speakers over here.
Love it.
So we've expanded the line with a new subwoofer this year. We call it the IS 10 2W, and it's a dual 10-inch woofer that fits in a single stud bay.
So we're going to get great bass out of a single stud bay. And are these the products over here?
Yep, and here's some of the existing IS products over here. So small, medium, and large, IS6, IS8, and IS10. And then we can see over here what they can be finished with, which ultimately is anything flexible.
Oh my gosh, really making it custom to the consumer's home.
You got it.
Mark, I love what you've done for
Thanks,
us here.
Joe.
Is there anything else you want to show us today?
I think you guys got the gist of it.
You got the gist of it.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks to you, Mark, and thanks to you for the consumers who've been watching this video. We really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That helps us out a ton. Click that little bell icon so you're notified of our upcoming content. You can learn more about Sonance and James if you go to our website, www.gramophone.com. We'll see you next time.